All right, there we go. Good evening, everybody. 2 minutes late, 2 minutes to be exact. This is Z6OP is standing by for any check-ins for this. Yeah, here's somebody keen up. Let's hear who is out there for the check-ins this week. Z6OP is standing by. Okay, 1903. Let's see anybody else or anybody at all. Zoom is also open, by the way. Anybody out there for this week's net, or am I going to broadcast to my own accord again? ZS6OP is standing by. Okay, second last call for check-ins, 1904. Anybody out there? ZS6OP is standing by.
Johnny, I'll be listening on mobile for a change.
Okay, evening, Stefan. Trust you well there. Glad I'm not on my own, but it's fine. I know I'm never on my own because somebody is always listening. I will put you down for this week's net, and let's see if anybody else is out there. ZS6OP is standing by. Last call for check-ins. Okay, nothing else heard. Let's get started then. 1905. Greetings to one and all, and welcome to this week's net. Those that wish to join the net may do so. Zoom is open, and if you do not have the link, please contact me on WhatsApp. 0828592684. I say that again, 0828592684. And I'll send you the link with the greatest of pleasure. So today is Sunday, 14 May 2023. Time is 19:05, and we usually begin the net with the radio amateur check-ins on the Rudderpoort repeater for 5 minutes before proceeding, unless I'm late like I was tonight. The net is broadcast every Sunday evening starting at 1900 and is broadcast for the benefit of radio amateurs, disaster relief cert volunteers, and members of the general public and other interested parties. Everyone is welcome to participate using either amateur radio or Zoom, or both if you choose. ZS6OPS returning. I'd like to remind all radio amateur listeners who have not checked in that you do not need to be a member of any group or club to check in or to use the repeater or any of the amateur bands. All that is required from you is that you have a valid amateur radio license issued by IPASA, which automatically grants you the right to use any of the amateur radio bands at any time. There is no need to ask for or be granted permission from anyone else to use the repeaters or the amateur radio bands. I'd also like to encourage all the listeners and participants to share the weekly net Zoom link with everyone they know throughout South Africa. Doing so will help us grow the weekly net and will contribute to disseminating information as far and wide as possible. ZS6OPS returning. Now, as reported in the past couple of weeks, many tracking sites have closed down when it comes to COVID-19. So to unpack the COVID-19 figures are a little bit difficult on the smaller levels. The NICD has also stopped the tracking of COVID-19 and have actually moved it over to an individual respiratory disease report, which is not easy to follow at all. Therefore, I can only provide information provided by the World Health Organization. So, That being said, globally, 765,903,278 cases were reported by the WHO as at 3:49 on the 10th of May, compared to the 765,222, my apologies, 765,222,000 cases in the previous week. Its global increase of 680,000 compared to last week, 748, which means that the newer cases this week has definitely come down yet again. The death toll stands at 6,927,378 compared to last week, 6,920,000. It's an increase of 5,700 compared to the increase last week of 6,300. Again, lower figures. Now, Mpox at the moment globally is reported at 87,411 cases as at 12th of May. 12 May at least, I should say, in total, compared to the previous week of 87,301. It's 110 cases worldwide. So fortunately, Mpox is really and truly not becoming a problem for now. South Africa's cases still stand at 5 in total. Now, following the measles outbreak, this is something that we have to actually follow and keep track of. Not easy again, because NICD can't count 1 and 1 and come to a figure of 10. They give it as 52, so it's a little bit difficult. However, South Africa has a total of 1,008 cases, which is only 8 cases up on last week as a whole. So even that seems to be slowing down a little bit. And of course, Limpopo is still leading with 433 cases. Northwest second at 216. And Gauteng third highest in total at 172. But I must admit, not all the figures seem to be coming in on that side either. Cholera, not much to report on at the moment, still at 10 cases and 1 death, so a total of 11 having been reported. All right, that being said, not much else to report on. I would like to, however, encourage everyone to register as a disaster relief cert volunteer and to prepare and train to assist local communities when disaster strikes. Radio amateurs who have not checked in as yet, please give me your call sign now. I'll add you to the list. Otherwise, we're going to shut the net down. ZS6OP is standing by. Okay, no further check-ins on that night. I'd like to thank those that did check in. Stefan, nice to hear you and trust you are well. And of course, to all the listeners out there. And as COVID-19 is still a pandemic, even though it is not an emergency of international concern anymore, still we are getting cases being reported. So continue to distance yourself and wear a mask around the elderly, and definitely sanitize your hands. It's always best. For the week moving forward, be safe, be prepared, and of course, be happy. This is ZS6OP now releasing the Rudderpoort repeater for general use. Cheers all. All right, just in case there are any stations waiting for the 1900 check-in, which started at 1845, give me your call sign and I'll log you for tonight. Control standing by.